How did hip hop? How does hip hop and basketball relate, especially in your day?
Wow, that's a very good question. I'm loving y'all. Um, it's interesting because what speaks to my basketball acumen and the merging and the blending, bleeding of hip hop and basketball was unbeknownst to a lot of people. Like I'm talking about probably 1980, if 80, yes. Um, we had our record company right here on 25th Street, Enjoy Records. That was the first label that we was on, and that was the hubble that cats and that was on the label would congregate at. And Greg G and the Disco Four from Uptown, Drew Hamilton, cats that are widely known and big up for doing the entertainers tournament. We would come in and be in the restaurant every once in a while talking about basketball, this, basketball. Yeah, we'd give y'all the business. We give y'all the business. All
Right.
right, so we set up a game to play in Mount Morris Park. Part of the reason why it took so long for summer, we were supposed to play the middle of summer. We wound up playing in the middle of the summer because we were still performing and traveling.
Right.
But we agreed to play. We played in Mount Morris Park. We pulled the music out, and that was the very first entertainers basketball game. It wasn't designed as it was going to be basketball player. I mean, excuse me, musical moguls that's investing into teams. It wasn't nothing like that prior. In the
Right.
early '80s, it was actually us. It was me, Big Hank, your brother Don Ice, uh, Easy Lee, our crew playing
Right.
ball, and Fever, Play the Bids, Disco 4, and it just started gaining some traction. And I wound up picking up the mic and commentating the games. I was the first one to ever commentate a game. But unbeknownst to most people, the Entertainers Basketball Classic, I started it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a breaking story here on Allball with Uncle Rice.
Yeah. I mean, you
LA
could ask all the cats. I
Sunshine.
mean, Greg is not here to
I hear it.
get at
Shout
it. I
out to
give him
Greg, man. Rest
Shout
in
out to
Greg,
peace,
yeah, no
Greg
man.
doubt.
Maris. Big shout
They
out to
always,
Greg Maris, man.
I give him because
He came
they
for years, man.
yeah, he had to
Utmost
resolve.
respect to Greg Maris and his family. Shout out to Greg
No
Maris,
doubt.
man.
I appreciate that. He had
For sure.
the
Yes.
vision and the resolve to be able to carry that further and take it to another level
Took it
because I wouldn't have
to
been
the
able to
next
do it.
level.
Right, because
Right.
if you know, I mean, during that time, right then, that's when Feel a Heartbeat blew up. That was, one of our major hits, and we was on the road regularly, so we wasn't here during those weekends. And they, no slight on them, they weren't as popular at the time. So he
Right.
had the time and the capability to get that joint off the ground, and I'm glad because it didn't fall into no better hands than the Greg and Gus and the crew.
That's for
Yes,
sure.
yes,
That's for
yes,
sure.
yes.
Greg was
Because
great.
they
Just
definitely
great
took it. Yeah,
for years.
yeah, they
The
they
entertainers
they
for
took
me.
it. They took it to
Shout out to
the
Greg
highest heights.
Maris.
Yes, sir. I mean, come on,
Yes.
Yes,
Shout
that's
out to Greg.
yes,
you can't
yes.
go nowhere on the face of the earth and mention the basketball classic, the E.B.C. and cats not know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's phenomenal in its own right.
That's right.
And you know what they did up there.
That's like in the NBA player's resume. I want to come
Right,
play on
right.
55th Street, man.
Yes, man. That's definitely a
Everybody
notch
play
under
up
the
on
belt.
55th Street,
And
man.
come on, man.
Shout out to Greg for making that possible.
If you ain't playing up there, you ain't really balling. Like especially if you deem yourself a street baller, that's what your aspirations are to be able. I want to play at 55th Street. I want to play Rucker Park. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And